Sailor the Piperman, Piper the Sailorman here, smoking some McBaron vanilla. Very nice. Actually tastes like honey. Got the vanilla topping on it. Very nice. What's the job of a tobacconist? That's what I'm about to answer. The job of a tobacconist are different categories. First, you must be knowledgeable about tobacco, period. All kinds of tobacco that is used for pipe smoking and used for something else. You have to have the fundamentals down. You have to continue to do his homework. And another thing is, he has to know the blends that are in existence and available to the customer. Then, he himself has to have a palate for pipe smoking. You have to be able and willing to try everything so he can gauge what is good for him and possibly good for the customer. Another thing that a lot of tobacconists don't get into is the food chemistry of the people that are eating food. So people eat spicy food, you have to know Italian food, you have to know French food, you have to know indigenous Indian food, you have to know Oriental foods, you have to know, steak and potato American food, what an American eats, what do they smell, their drinking beverages. You have to know all types of beers. I used to have this book of beers, and I spent like 6 months of drinking beer with Virginia, drinking beer with barley, drinking beer with Oriental blends. And then I will put down my favorite blends with certain beers. Then I broke it down to what are the regional beers. For me, it was New York City. What is it that people like to drink? And what certain pipe blends will go with those drinks. Same thing with coffee, same thing with liqueur. And when I was in the cigar industry, that was one of the most important things, is to know what rums, what brandies, what wines go well with certain types of tobaccos, whether it be Dominican, whether it be Connecticut. You had to know your fillers, you had to know Ecuadorian tobacco, Honduran, Nicaraguan, Sumatra tobacco, spicy rum, local rums that people, in this case Caribbean, went well with certain types of cigars, spicy cigars, bitter cigars. You had to know all that. Well, you can translate that into pipe smoking. There are certain foods the English eat that Italians don't eat, that Indians don't eat. So therefore, their palates are going to be different. Therefore, they're going to choose different blends. There are very, very few tobacconists that are eclectic. I happen to have an eclectic palate. I eat all kind of food. So that oftentimes helped me in selecting tobaccos. I would have index cards with my best company. They come in. I'd have those index cards with me. Index cards. I had my local customers. I had customers that only come one day a week. They come on Monday. Alfred always bought clan. I will put it down. What clan did he buy? When did he buy it? How often is he gonna? And he go, come on, Miguel. For thousands of people? No, it's my very best customers. Why? They kept me employed. But oftentimes, these men have friends that also smoke the same, and you correlate. He's Italian. He likes Brusco. He likes Chianti. He likes Italian wine, table wine, certain brandy. You know what he eats. You know, spaghetti, tomato sauce, herbs, spices. He's gonna want that. He's gonna want that in his tobacco. So good salesman, good tobacconist keeps track of his customers, what they eat, when they change up and smoke. Oh, why are you smoking that? Jimmy, why are you smoking that now? I thought you really liked the Gowrie. Oh, I was trying this for a while and I really like this. You like old Gowrie? Yeah, Scottish man? Yeah, I really like it. You know, I said, but what made you like it? Well, I was having a couple of drinks with a friend and I was smoking it and it was great. I said, what did you smoke? What did you drink? He had a daiquiri. Yeah, a daiquiri? Yeah, I'm talking to, I like whiskey now. And I find Scottish blends go well with whiskey. Well, he doesn't know that a lot of whiskey based and a lot of the Scottish blends. Orientals too. Oriental tobacco is very spicy tobacco. The plant itself is a spice plant. And on top of that, if you smoke it and you let it sit and you let it age, it becomes very, they don't put a lot, but enough that the blender here comes in and begins to try portions of this, try portions of that. He spends hours and hours and hours and hours and hours smoking and trying different blends. This is amazing. What? And then he'll go out and experiment with people. Well, tobacconist keeps track also where the tobaccos are coming from. Where the tobacco's buying the tobacco from. Where's Lane Limited buying this tobacco from? Where's Sutliff buying this tobacco from? Where's McBaron bringing this tobacco? It's going to Africa. What kind of tobacco they're bringing in? What do they plan to do with it? They plan to age it. How long that's been aged? Oh, we came out with a new blend. How long has that tobacco that you're using has been aged? They'll tell you. You got to call them up. You got to be connected. And he said, this is Miguel. I'm a tobacconist here in New York. We bring in the back McBarons. I need to know for this particular blend. They'll tell you. Why? Because you're the foot soldier. You got to sell. You got to make sure your customer is happy, loves his tobacco, and can't live without his tobacco. So you have to have the disposition and to understand and be willingness to oftentimes give certain tobaccos away. You have to let the customers try different blends. Some places are so hard up, they don't give out samples. You have to know your pipe. You have to know what tobacco smoke great with what pipe. That's a whole different. That's a whole different physics there, man. Knowing how well Burley smokes with a straight pipe, as to a bent pipe, as to a calabash, as to mission, as to redwood, or pear wood. It's a cherry wood. I mean, not redwood, cherry wood. You have to begin little by little. It takes years to learn all these things. You have to know the crops. You have to know if it's going to be a good crop this year. It's not going to be a good crop this year. It's been a vintage year. It's not been a vintage year. You have to know what tobacco shops are closing. So you can go and you can rate them and buy everything they got. And oftentimes what you don't have, you send them to another customer. I was never afraid to send them. If I knew John, whatever, I was of Delaconte, calling Barkley Rex. Hey, Gomez, listen, man, we're out of Gowrie. Do you have any in stock? Yeah, I'm sending a customer down there. Please treat him good. I send the customer down there, he get what he wants. And you think he wouldn't come back to me? I was never afraid of that. Because he was confident. I helped him get his tobacco. He understood. I understood that I was connected. He always come back. Hey, I'm looking for this. Where can I get this? Well, you can get this over here. You can get it International Tobacco. You can get it at Thompson. You can get it. And so you have to be immersed in the world of tobacco, of pipe, of smoking, of clubs, of get to know the people, get to know the pipe makers, get to know the artisan pipe makers. And it takes a lot of work, but if you have the passion for it, it's a wonderful world.